The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Jess De Los Santos. Several towns in Visayas and Mindanao were flooded, forcing thousands of residents to celebrate Christmas in evacuation centers. Here's the report.
Flash floods and non-stop rains greeted residents in Visayas and Mindanao on Christmas Day. In Balangkayan, Eastern Samar, residents had to evacuate in the middle of incessant rains, leaving their town submerged in flood. Over 2,000 families were affected in the town of Hipapad after flood reached the second floors of houses. Most homes also did not have power supply, forcing some to celebrate Christmas in the dark. In Boronga City, flooding was reported in Samang Suribao, while a minor landslide occurred in Barangay Kalikoan. Residents helped clear roads to make way for passing vehicles. In total, around 30,000 residents were affected by flooding in Eastern Samar. Meanwhile, in Northern Samar, 5 people are missing, including 4 fishermen who had set sail despite bad weather. One of their companion was reported dead.
Noong 22 po, December 22, nung pumalaot po yung mga kababayan natin, medyo okay pa yung weather, no? Pero along the way, na-encounter nila yung masamang panahon, no? Nagkaroon ng yun, na-missing sila.
Ozami City in Misamis Occidental was also affected by flash floods. Police personnel had to rescue residents trapped inside their homes. Residents were caught off guard by neck-deep floods, which made evacuation more difficult. Meanwhile, in Hingoog City, a state of calamity has been declared due to massive flooding. 16 barangays were submerged in floodwaters, forcing residents to flee their homes on Christmas. In Zamboanga City, 13 homes were damaged by flood and strong winds. 13 barangays in the area were affected. The Department of Social Welfare and Development Office has started distributing relief goods to affected residents. Based on the latest tally by the NDRRMC, 6 are reported dead while 19 are missing. For News 5, Jem Avancenia, we are One News.
Now, to keep us in the loop about the situation in Northern Mindanao, we have Office of Civil Defense Assistant Regional Director Gilbert Conde. Good afternoon, Sir Gilbert. Thank you for joining us. Kamusta po kayo dyan? Kamusta ang lagay ng panahon? Umayos na ho ba? Umuulan pa ba o hindi na? And given that, patuloy ba yung evacuation and rescue efforts dyan?
Yes, good afternoon to the viewers of One News TV. Dito po sa lugar natin ngayon na patiling kabendo, yes, medyo makulimlim ang panahon at we have scattered in showers all over the region. Right now, there's still ongoing rescue operations in the vicinities of Oropepa and in some areas of Misamis Occidental. But generally, our water level has subsided within those places concerned.
But give us an idea, just how extensive ho ba yung naging damage nitong incessant rains dyan sa area?
Now, basically, the damage is quite devastating as much as it has affected at least 2 provinces, the provinces of Misamis Occidental and Misamis Oriental. Misamis Occidental taking the brunt of this situation. No? So, si Misamis Occidental po ang may pinakamaraming damage sa ngayon.
But so far, like what you mentioned kanina, the waters have subsided. Meron pa bang isolated areas or lahat or all these areas already reachable?
No, di man natin talaga masabi na isolated and reachable, but operations or rescue operations are still going right now, specifically sa city of Oropepa and just this 12 p.m. sa municipality of Aluran, but these are now reachable areas.
Given that, in terms of missing or casualties, meron na ba tayong nai-report?
Yes, per report this 12 o'clock this afternoon, we have 6 reported dead. 4 of these are already confirmed. No? Then we have 2 injured and 3 missing in as far as the event in Misamis Occidental.
But in terms of infrastructure naman, roads and bridges, passable na po ba lahat? Or meron ding mga na-damage?
Yes, as far as infrastructure is concerned, we have limited damage to this, and right now, all of these are passable except because of limited access in some of the bridges across.
And so far, how many residents are in evacuation centers, and when are you expected to give the go signal for them to actually return to their homes?
Right now, we have a cumulative of about 690 families inside evacuation centers, and this is composed of 40,773 individuals. And it is up to the local government to decide when these IDPs will be returned to respective homes, considering the present situation in the respective areas.
But are the local governments in Region 10 also considering the possibility of declaring a state of calamity?
Yes, one of the cities, actually, Hingog City, has declared state of calamity. And we have reports that Miss Ock is already declaring, but we still have to receive the final order for that declaration of state of calamity.
And lastly, sir, anything that you might need there in your region, ano bang mga panawagan nyo in terms of supplies na kailangan nyo dyan?
Well, right now, we just have some framework for drinking water in the areas of the San Occidental. And DSWD is, of course, doing its best to provide the basic needs as necessary. And we are consolidating or coordinating efforts to be able to provide these basic needs sa ating mga constituents sa mga affected areas. But as of now, we have yet to receive specific items na kailangan ng ating mga lugar. But there are needs for particularly drinking water dito sa mga areas na nabanggit po natin.
All right, and again, heavy need there for drinking water, at least in Northern Mindanao. Thank you very much for your time this afternoon and for those updates. Again, Gilbert Conde, Assistant Regional Director of the Office of Civil Defense in Region 10. Meanwhile, in other news, the Securities and Exchange Commission is warning the public not to engage with unregistered and unlicensed cryptocurrency exchanges. The SEC said that several unregistered crypto platforms have been targeting Filipino investors through social media advertisements. The warning from the SEC comes on the back of the controversial collapse of FTX. The company's founder, Sam Bankman-Fried, is currently facing fraud charges for allegedly stealing billions of dollars in customer assets. Here in the Philippines, cryptocurrencies are deemed as securities and should be registered with the SEC. More stories after this short break. Stay with us here on One News Now. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Jess De Los Santos. Overseas Filipino workers celebrated Christmas the Pinoy way despite being miles away from home. Mon Gualvez tells us more.
This group of OFWs in United Arab Emirates were busy buying Christmas gifts. Not for their families, but for their Filipino neighbors. They wanted to feel the spirit of holidays despite being in a Muslim country. Their food, decorations, and even the games are very Pinoy. They also did not forget the tradition of exchanging gifts. Alma, who's been an OFW in Middle East for 6 years, said she's happy with their little get-together for Christmas.
Masaya po. Actually, nakakaano. Hindi mo masyadong mamimiss ang Pinas. Kasi parang nandun ka na rin. Most especially yung tawag dito, yung bonding ba ng mga tao dito. So parang, ayun, nasa Pinas ka lang din.
However, other OFWs like Christian hope to finally reunite with family.
Christmas wish mo?
Next year, makauwi na.
On Christmas Day, the group went to a public beach in Abu Dhabi, where other Filipinos are also celebrating the holidays like Nestor.
Sinasamantala namin yung time na makapiling namin yung daughter namin. She came from UK, so she will be staying here only for 4 days.
After that, they went to Blue Waters Island in Dubai to spend the night. The OFWs were welcomed by scenic views and live performances. Aside from that, they also witnessed a fireworks display. Christmas is a special day for Filipinos, and OFWs are proof that the warmth of celebrations in the Philippines can be felt anywhere in the world. For News 5, Mon Gualvez, we are One News.
Here's a quick look at today's other top stories. Mobile users will be required to register their SIM cards beginning tomorrow. Users will have 6 months to register their SIM cards with their network service provider. Now, dozens of alleged communist rebels surrendered to authorities at Camp Bagong Diwa in Taguig City. Their surrender coincides with the 54th founding anniversary of the Communist Party of the Philippines today. And in sports, the Barangay Ginebra Gin Kings drew first blood against the Bay Area Dragons in the PBA Commissioner's Cup Finals 96-81. Justin Brownlee led the way with 28 points, 13 rebounds, and 6 assists, while team captain L.A. Tenorio added a conference-high 22 points. For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for your free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Jess De Los Santos. We are One News.